Hey everyone, because a lot of people weren't able to come to the live session today, I wanted to go over the expectations for your summative project very clearly so you can watch this video and we're going to go through each line item, and then after you watch it, if you still have questions, you should reach out to me via Schoology. We can talk on WebEx or I can answer questions on the email if that's what you prefer. But I'm going to go through this example for the summative project. The example is using a subject that is not one that we are able to do, but it uses this global warming as the subject so we can give you an example of what's expected. So if you start at the top of this worksheet right here, it says use the website below to examine the following topics. This website right here is called studentnewsdaily.com. It's the same place that you took your political survey, your political ideology survey, and it's also the source of where I put on the PowerPoint what was a conservative viewpoint and what was a liberal viewpoint. So you go on this website and you look up any of those 10 subjects that are listed. If you look at the paper right now, you'll see it's economy, education, energy, gun control, healthcare, homeland security, religion and government, social security, taxes, and welfare. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to look those up and read about them, decide which one you line up with on one particular subject. Then it says, number 2, identify one of the topics that interest you the most. In this case, she wrote global warming. The next one says, do you agree with the liberal or the conservative stance on this issue, and why? Use a quote from the stance on the website to back up your claim. You use the website listed above for this answer. So in this case, she says, I agree with the liberal stance on the issue of global warming. That's where she claims, that's where she says that's her position. That's what she believes. We know that global warming is caused by an increase in carbon dioxide emissions through the burning of fossil fuels. According to the website, the United States produces 25% of the world's carbon dioxide. The only way to reduce our carbon dioxide emissions through government action in the form of new laws and reduce carbon dioxide emissions. So that is her position. So this person says she agrees with the liberal stance of global warming. Then there are 5 sources listed. Do you see the box right here? New York Times, NBC News, CBS News, NPR, which is National Public Radio, and PBS, which is Public Broadcasting System. So the first thing that they're going to say is she's going to use the websites below to find 3, see there's 3 dots down here, 1, 2, 3, 3 facts, statistics, or current events to support your stance on the issue you've chosen, okay? Cite your source from each, and you must put a link to the article following your citation. So you're going to write from CBS News. This is number 1. This is an example. So first you're going to say, what is the article and what are they saying? How does it support your position? And then here's a link to the article, okay? So you're going to say, from CBS News, a growing number of U.S. cities are taking a stand against gas stoves because of their contribution to climate change. In November, Brookline, Massachusetts became the first city in the state to ban new natural gas hookups to homes. So that's what the article says. That's what it supports. And then she says, the story supports the liberal stance on global warming because it states that new laws are being created to reduce carbon dioxide emissions. And then you will put the link to the article you're referencing. You'll do that 3 times for your position, okay? Then look at number 5. It says, use the website below to summarize the opposite stance on your issue. So you will go back to the website, studentnewsdaily.com, and you will say the opposite. Change in global temperature is natural over long periods of time. Proposed laws to reduce carbon emissions will do nothing to help the environment and will cause significant price increases for all. So that's the opposite side of the argument for global warming. Now, she went and she looked at the same 5 sources, but for the articles that support the opposite side of the same argument. And you're going to find 3 sources there. You're going to write where it's from, what it says, and why it supports the conservative stance on global warming, because it states that previous laws or government regulations are being reduced. And then the website to that particular article. Excuse me. So you will do that 3 times for the opposite stance. This worksheet is 1/2 of your unit summative. The other half is then on Friday, you are going to take information that you have already done on this worksheet and you are going to place it on a discussion board. You will go to the subject of your topic. So if it's the economy, you go to that discussion board. You will put up a discussion post that says, I believe in the following stance on this issue. You will give an example from something you read, why. You will put a link to that website, and that will be your first post. Then by Monday, you will respond to at least 1 person. You are allowed to respond to more than 1 person, but you will either say, I do not agree with your stance, and here's the reason why, and you will give your facts, your source, and the link. Or you will say, I believe the same thing you do, and here's another reason to support your position, and you will put your facts, the link, and why it supports that decision. So that will be open on Friday morning. So you'll put your first post has to be there by Friday at midnight, and the second post, the response, has to be done by Monday night at midnight. This is time sensitive. We can't go back in time to get these done. So you need to do the pre-work, which is half of the grade on this worksheet, and then the other half of your summative will be on the 2 posts on the discussion board. So now that we've gone through this, please email me any further questions or try to get a hold of me so that we can talk about it. Okay, thanks and good luck with your project.